Hey guys, Bear with Vegas Airsoft here. How many times have you been at the field and your primary weapon runs out of ammunition, can't quite get a magazine out, and what does Gaz say? Switching to your secondary is faster than anybody in your primary. Actually, he says your knife's faster than your sidearm. But on the topic of sidearms, guys, most people will go to the store, they'll pick up this, a licensed, 19X, green gas. You can get the other CO2 platforms as well. But what if I showed you what dominated as king? And what if I wanted your opinion on which one you like best? Stay tuned. All right, guys. So tell me, what is cooler than one Taran Tactical Combat Master sidearm platform? How about two Taran Tactical sidearm platforms? I think that's a pretty sweet deal. Now guys, in this video, we're going to be comparing the Combat Master to the Sand Viper. I got to play only one game today with the Sand Viper today with my knockoff Trigicon RMR, and then I've played quite a few, as you guys have seen, with the Combat Master using only fiber optic sights. I'm going to give you my pros and my cons to both platforms as I have used them thus far. First, we'll start off with Old Reliable. Now guys, Old Reliable is your 2011 Staccato STI, 2011, 1911, whatever kind of 11 you want to call it. But this is the new 45 ACP platform with, all the Taran Combat or Taran Tactical licensing that goes into it. Now guys, one thing I can tell you about these 2011 platforms, they're extremely reliable. The thing that I really love about this one thus far over the Sand Viper is the barrel length. The reason for that is because longer barrel, I think all of us traditional real steel shooters can attest, typically means better gain or better twist on the inside of the barrel, better rifling, which allows for more precise shots at much farther distance with a lot greater consistency. And that's one of the things that you get out of this 2011 platform. Now I will tell you, with it being a green gas model, I'm quite impressed. Like I said in one of my previous videos, using this, I think Speed Talkers might be onto something. And the reason why I do is because I can utilize this in a much tighter workspace than I can with no matter how small of a rifle I'm using. If I'm using the Mark 18, if I'm using the 11.5, there's just some areas that you're just not going to be able to get over the top of the gun quick enough and assess a threat or be able to punch and drive into a room. Now what I can tell you is with both of these platforms, they're very nimble and thus far have been very consistent and extremely accurate right out of the box. I mean, I am just so impressed with the quality of the frame. You have the flared mag well here. You have the different colored barrels, matching its own color scheme with the very, very nicely detailed Taran Tactical logo and licensing. But I would say thus far, at distance, Combat Master has it. We're gonna switch over to the Sand Viper now. Now guys, I would be lying if I said that this Sand Viper didn't win in the looks category. And I will say this, the barrel is a much shorter length. However, I'm still extremely impressed with its reliability and its consistency with accuracy within the CQB environment battle labs. Like I said, today I only really got to play one game of this. I was able to pick it up right out of the box and just walk straight onto the field with it. Like I said in the very first video, sorry, I'm trying to find my red dot. In the very first video, the nice thing about e-bike here in Las Vegas is you can pick something up like this, you can outfit it with the gears and the accessory that you need, and then you can step right onto the field and put it into action. Now getting back to the Sand Viper, you'll notice one very aggressive featuring. It has the comp on the end of the barrel. Now that's one of the really impressive things about this weapon is how fluid the barrel slides and emulates what a real Sand Viper would look like. Now I'm using what's called, an RMR. You can do it HD1, HD2, trying to see if I can find it for you. There we are. Now, it does utilize the RMR for the Trigicon footprint. One of the most classic option sights. Now, I'll tell you this, I got this little knockoff cheapy one, about $65 or so. However, compared to this, my real steel duty weapon. This is a SIG P320 AXG Pro for anybody that wants to know. We're gonna keep it on the Taran Tactical guns. But the one thing you'll notice about, even with a real steel firearm, it shares the same Trijicon RMR footprint. Again, barrel is clear and safe. Always practice good gun safety, whether it's airsoft or real steel, guys. Now you can see here, that RMR glass is extremely clear, and it pretty much mirrors with the Sand Viper. I hope I'm getting a good angle on this for you guys. Now, moving back to the Sand Viper, I have to say that I love the level of stippling that the Sand Viper has. It's a very aggressive patterning. It feels like sandpaper. It feels like after a long day on the field, whether it be indoor or outdoors, if your hands are sweaty, it's very tacky, very easy to get to, and working over the top of the gun, since I carry a red dot for duty, this is going to give me a lot of real-world training experience in an active gunfight scenario, so that if, God forbid, I ever have to use a real steel weapon, getting over the red dot sight, acquiring that dot on a consistent and fluid basis straight from the draw, that is going to be the key to success. So again, guys, both very functional, very viable platforms. Like I said, I think the Sand Viper kills it with the aesthetics, personally, but there's just something about a 2011. There really is. Now, comparative to one another in size, I would say the Combat Master is a little bit more chunky, but for the most part, you're getting much more barrel with this one. These are both green gas, and I would say both of these pistols are in the $200 to $300 range. Actually, let's say $250 to $350 range. Sorry guys, I'll get accurate numbers and I'll put links to both of these on ebike.com with the accurate numbers. I gotta say, for the bang for the buck, you see all these speed softers, you know, they're running around, you know, all decked out barrels, decked out slides, you know, they've got all kinds of crazy optics, lights, any little gadget you could, well, you'll find it on the speed softers. Sorry, software, love you guys. You're great competition. But if you're like me, a military minimalist or a civilian minimalist, you're looking for something that is just beautiful, straight out of the box, doesn't need to be all dressed up to make, you know, like it's something nice, and it's gonna run just as good as that Cadillac is gonna run. Now, as you can see here, me, optic, there will be a tracer unit on it for indoors. I'm using the Blaster Brighter C, so it's the really short pistol adapted tracer units. I'll link that in the video in the description as well. So very minimalist. Got a sight, got a tracer unit, and then if I want to throw a tack light on the bottom, I have a TLR1 HL. Very solid light, very consistent, has the scoping pattern. You've seen it in some of my other previous videos. I just don't currently have it attached to the Sand Viper because I didn't really have it while I was there. But the one thing I can tell you about this, guys, is the TRX holsters. Look at that. I don't know, hopefully you can see it. I'll try and turn it to the side a little bit more. So here, hopefully you guys can see it. But the ergonomics, finding the holster every single time the hand goes straight down. It's a good out of the waistband holster. Very direct and easy draw. You can reholster it very easily. One of the things that I like about it is you can keep it in your workspace really easy. If I've got to go right back to rifle, I can draw it and get back on the rifle. And again, guys, that's training that muscle memory. I was looking at the camera the entire time, able to index a magazine, reholster, and present with rifle. Now, I will tell you this, guys. Taran Tactical did one hell of a job with the magazine logo and the extension caps. I would say if you've got the money to burn, a full matching set of these things would look absolutely delicious on the firearm. They come in all the different colors, as you can see here. I'm Taran out. I'm geeked out on Taran, and it's because I love the quality of products they offer coming from him and, you know, all the brands and companies that he works for. I am going to be building my Taran Tactical collection. The next one is going to be the Pit Viper. So stay tuned for future videos. And again, guys, I really, really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, with the Combat Master and the Sand Viper. Vegas Airsoft out.